just add a little bit of something, Chairperson, on the issue of ministers responding to questions. I think I want to propose that ministers must not delegate deputy ministers for a genuine reason. And the reason is this: deputy ministers don't attend cabinet. So a particular issue which might have been discussed at a cabinet committee level, it must still be escalated into cabinet. When it gets to cabinet, much more deeper discussion goes on, and more other views from other ministers get taken on board and all of that. So the depth of understanding on the particular issue that the minister has, the deputy minister has got no sight of that. Now, it's easy for the original question to be responded to, because that can be prepared by officials, not a view. But when you've got four parties that on that same matter are going to drill down, then you need a semblance of a deep understanding of the issue. But if you're a deputy minister that has got only half the story, you are ill prepared to do follow-up questions. So we end up with wishy-washy responses and all of that, and deputy minister saying, "Oh, this is not in my area," and all of that, when something is in their area. This is because they are ill prepared to deal with things that are discussed at cabinet, which they don't attend. So I want to recommend strongly, Chair, that the issue of responses to ministers must only be responded to by, if a minister is not available, if probably better another minister, because that other minister would have been in the cabinet, and they would then also have that collective responsibility as cabinet members, but not deputy ministers. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Manyi. Just perhaps to remind members that this matter has been referred to the subcommittee, the Rules Subcommittee, for a thorough investigation and to come with proposals. So I think that is where it will be addressed and where decisions will be made. But your point is taken. Thank you very much. Then I have Honourable Dlakudi.
Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Speaker. I'm just checking, because the last time we were here, if Mr. Klaso and the team would be able to brief us on the issue of the dome, because that was also going to assist with committee rooms. So we were told last time that DPW will be able to brief the meeting with regard to that, if they are available to assist.
Thank you, Honourable Dlakudi. Mr. Klasu, I don't know if you have any update on that.
Madam Deputy Speaker, the update we have is that we're still waiting on Public Works to present a comprehensive report on the matter. There is a commitment to convene a Chief Whips Forum meeting, special Chief Whips Forum meeting, once that report is available. So even if it's during the recess, the meeting could always be online if necessary. But a report will be given once Public Works has submitted their report.
Thank you. I then have Honourable Mente.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and good morning to all the colleagues. Deputy Speaker, let's appreciate that there's an undertaking that the rules will report, sub-rule committee will report in October, meaning which all the matters in particular that are relating to ministers not answering questions will be dealt with, as well as extending the time period within which questions are asked. But we need to also look into the advice that the Chief Whip of MK is putting across, because during member statements, we hear ministers responding on other sister departments, and they make a valuable input in some cases, and in some cases they waffle. But in a case where a deputy minister was not prepared at all to answer the question, they must just not say anything. But most importantly is the people who are presiding. They must be able to call off nonsense in the House. because we cannot allow people to degenerate to a level of just standing up and embarrass all of us as South Africans. To stand up and say, I am speaking on behalf of the executive, yet we do not have an answer. This goes to written questions as well, because the same cabinet minister from the same party, the Minister of Basic Education, Kwahobe, received a written question about basic education transport of schools in the Eastern Cape that do not have transport at all in terms of the scholar transport for the children. And her response says, this is not within my competency, right to the legislature. What minister responds like that? The least a minister can do is to say, because I have a time period within which I have to respond to you as a member, please allow me to extend so that I can reach out to the province and understand what is going on, because this is the competency of basic education, irrespective of who. You can't refer a member of parliament to the legislature. We are serving the people, therefore the minister must answer to the House and not refer members to elsewhere. So that also has to be looked into by the sub-rules, because now that's another tendency which the new ministers are coming up with. But secondly, on the issue of the dome, it's unacceptable that we will only convene when Public Works is available. Public Works have been knowing that they must prepare for the dome since the establishment of Parliament, because the first induction we set and had a special Chief Whips Forum where Public Works came to present the status of having Parliament in session with everyone inside. Public Works knew from that time, that was in June, that they must prepare the dome. And to date, we must be told we must wait for Public Works. It cannot be, it's not acceptable. Public Works, if they cannot do it, therefore, Parliament must bring back the marquee. And the excuse that the marquee is not safe is also very wrong and incorrect. A president of the country addresses imbizos meetings in marquees. So you are saying marquees are suitable for our general public. They are not suitable for us. How is a marquee not safe for members of parliament? When funerals, weddings, imigidi, everything happens in tents. That's not proper. And we should mind our language in terms of this comfort we want to create for ourselves and not lie. Because there's nothing wrong with a marquee. That marquee, we had not even a single person tripped over it. Not even a single person injured a toenail. Now we are told it's unsafe. So if we don't have a dome, the undertaking all of us we had, even in the Chiefs Forum and this programming, is that we are going to have a full-blown house sitting in October when we come back, and that must happen. We are not, this is the last programming committee we are having. We're not going to have another one until we come back on the 7th of October. And when we come back on the 7th of October, we need to sit in a full-blown House of Parliament with all members. This excuse of Public Works, we are not going to wait for it. Whether they are bringing the dome or not, the Secretary of Parliament must be ready. We need to have our Parliament operating. And then the last one, Chair, in terms of the matters arising, is the issue of the ad hoc committee in terms of the apartheid laws. We didn't get to understand where is the response in that, because there are two things that we have spoken about, the ad hoc committee and how we're going to go about it, which House Chair Frolik was seized with the matter. Then there is the second part of it, which is going to the executive, and the executive will take forever. They can even bring it back on the 5th year of this term, because we can't dictate to them, we can't tell them how to go about dealing with the matters of law. But us, it's our primary function. We can't sit here and not pass legislation and not correct the wrongs of apartheid. Thank you.